Friday Live, and so thank you for joining me. So if you are here, put for us, but not nearly as cold as it was last Friday. Challenge. So this is my sketch, and if you want, you can take a little screen of that. So I have added the measurements here of what I'm using. So that's my sketch challenge. And so I'm also going to be using the Wonderful Thoughts bundle. It comes with the Wonderful Thoughts stamp set, which has all these great sentiments on it. And then it has the dies that cut them out. You've seen people, you know, where they've kind of fussy cut the their greetings that they use, and so the dies will go ahead and we'll cut them out for you. See if I can find one that's going to come off here, like the little congratulations. So yeah. So you can use those dies to cut them out, and you don't have to do all of that fussy cutting. So that's a really nice feature of this bundle. So I'm still waiting for a few comments. Let's hope it shows up soon. And I'm going to go ahead and put this back in so I don't lose any dies. Oh, so we're going to be using this is only the beginning of a life filled with love, and the little heart dies down here. I like this set because not only does it cut out the words and have like little word bubble things, it has the heart shapes, and it also cuts out a floral element. So I really like that feature with this bundle. Hi, Rose. So with this bundle, let me just put this kind of up off here. Okay. With this bundle, I'm also going to be using the Flight and Airy designer series paper. Let me see if I can pull that out here. So the Flight and Airy designer series paper. You have all these adorable little birds on one side. And then, let's see if I can get all those patterns out here. So you have all these birds. A lot of people have fussy cut those birds out and put on there. But if you're not a fan of birds, that's what I love about our paper. We have a second side that has more of just the patterns. And I'm really liking these patterns a lot. So you can get that in the Sale-A-Bration mini catalog. So the Sale-A-Bration mini catalog basically has items that you can earn for free during January and February of 2024. So mine, what I'm using is the Flight and Airy. It is a level 1, which is here in the US, it's free with a $50 purchase. You do have several things that you can earn for free. Some stamp sets, some papers, and then you can go to the back, and then it starts level 2 items, which are free with a $100 purchase. So these are all great items. You can get them between now and the end of February, and they are while supplies last, so, you know, don't wait too long. Now, the Wonderful Thoughts bundle is in the annual catalog, and it will end the end of April. And it has, again, these great sentiments, and then the dies that will cut all of them out, and then some additional dies. So I'm sure you would really enjoy that. Now let me show you. We have the Wonderful Thoughts bundle. Just the Wonderful Thoughts bundle alone qualifies you to get the Flight and ANY DSP for free. And then I have listed all the other products that I'm going to be using in my card today. And these two together would add up to a level 2 or 2 level 1s. So you are not limited to how many of these free items you can get during this time period, but you are have to get them by the end of February or before supplies run out. So I have some pieces here that are all ready to go. So I have my 2 1/4 by 4 3/4 piece. And then I have my layering mat, which is 2 1/2 by 4 7/8. And yes, I did cut out some pieces because when you're matting, it doesn't show. So our mat, if we're going off of our sketch, that's how our mat is going to be, because it's going to go all the way to the top. And then I have this piece here, which where my sentiment will go, and so it is going to go like that. So let me start putting a couple of things together here. Get my stamp and seal. Give it little nudges. It's not wanting to play very nice today. And then this goes all the way to the top here. And you want an even border on both sides. And then this mat can go ahead and attach to our card base. Oh yes, this is a basic white thick card base. And of course this is 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. This is a tall card, and then folded in half at 5 1/2 inches. So we have this, and then I can go ahead and kind of attach this, give it another nudge, and this is going to go on right up against that fold. So it should be straight. And then we have this one, but we're not going to be ready for that yet. Tuck that under here. And now we need to stamp. This is boho blue cardstock is what I'm using. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And the reason I'm doing a like a love/wedding sentiment is because my nephew is getting married. My sister Cindy's son is getting married tomorrow, and I need a card. So, oh yes, I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. That is on low inventory, so if you don't already have that pad and you want to get it, you might want to order it right away. So there we have it, and then through the magic of video, I've gone ahead and I have die cut one out of there. So that one's already die cut for me and ready to go. And then I have 2 hearts. There's the little ones, those are going to go on the inside. I have the 2 hearts there. One thing I figured out was every once in a while when you run your gold foil through your embossing machine, you might get a little line from your tape that taped it through or something. But if you go through basically just with your fingernail, you can just kind of go around that whole heart on the inside of it, and it kind of smooths it out. So just made sure I did that. That'll just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then this is going to be attached on here. Let's see, with a couple of dimensionals. I need mini dimensionals because this one is a pretty small element. I'm going to do them kind of down the middle here. Then I need to leave space. I think I'm going to tuck some hearts under there. So I don't want to get too close to the edge on that side. Maybe one more. Maybe one more here. Or down here. Yeah. Let's try that. I think that would be pretty good. Alright. So we have our hearts and our mini dimensionals. I think I need to put this one on first. I'm going to move my sketch over here. I think you'll still be able to see it. And let's see. Get these little papers off with the piercing end of my Take Your Pick tool. I think I can put that in the middle. Sometimes I just use my fingers to figure out if I've kind of got it in the middle. Fingers are the best measuring tools. Okay, so we need a little glue dot. Let me find a glue dot here. Need a little glue dot just... Okay, come on. There we go. Because we're going to put it on. Like so. And then we'll put that element on in a minute. So now I also am using some of the Simply Elegant trim. The trim comes in gold and silver. I'm going to be using the gold to match my gold foil. And I need my paper snips to kind of trim this off, and I may need some additional trimming. Now I need another glue dot on the back of here. A couple of them, I think. Hopefully I'm putting them in the right place. There's a couple of glue dots, so I'm going to wrap this around. So I'm sorry, I'm probably going off camera. I'm going to wrap this around. A couple of times. Trim it. And my glue dot is off a little bit. So let's grab another glue dot. There we go. So we're just wrapping that around. I did it twice to give it a little more presence. Then I need some dimensionals. And I could use my largers, but since my minis are out, I'm just going to go ahead and use my minis. Put some in the middle so it doesn't sag. Alright. So glad you could join me. So, if you have any questions as I'm going along, there's my sketch. This is what I'm going off of. I'm going to put this down here like this. So, if you can see, I've got 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. And then the designer series paper was 2 1/4 by 4 3/4, the long way. And then 2 1/2 inches by 4 7/8. So those have been my measurements so far. And I think I'll just use some of the seal if I can get it to work. And then this is going to go on here about like so. Then I'm going to need another glue dot for my ribbon. There's a glue dot right there. Make sure the glue dot comes back up, and if you need to, fold some of the glue over. So there we have it. I think I need maybe just a little more of a trim on both sides. Ooh, get those off of there. And of course, I think this card needs a little bit of bling. Oh, let's just tear off the blank papers on my glue dots, put those away. So let's see, where is my gems? They're hiding. Here they are. The Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. And yes, the top of this got into an ink pad, but it didn't affect my pearls. I'm just going to pull those out, and I can smush the putty down just a little bit. Let's see if we can put some pearls on here. Let's see, where should we put them? Should I put it on the heart? Not sure. Maybe one here, and a couple of smaller ones. Just grab one here. Where should I put these? I haven't pushed them down too hard yet, just in case I change my mind on where I want them. Sometimes I can't make up my mind where to put them. I don't know. Not real happy with that. Sometimes you just have to kind of play around. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. And I need to do a little glue dot surgery for my bow. It is hanging out, kind of a little, sticking out from the card a little further than I want it. So I'm getting a glue dot. I hope you can see that. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, there's the outside of her card. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. My camera on the wrong speed. The video is jerky. I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure why it's jerky. And I'm not sure how to fix it. So hopefully it's correcting itself. Sometimes it could be the internet that's doing that. So now I need to put a little something on the inside, decorate the inside a little bit. So I have another strip of the Designer Series paper and my other 2 gold hearts. So I'm just going to do the inside. I'm going to move this out of the way for now. And I'm going to do the inside. I'm going to bring my multi-purpose liquid glue in for this. I think it needs to go this way, maybe. I'm not sure. Probably doesn't even matter which way it goes, because it's kind of an all-over pattern. So put that down there. Then I have 2 little hearts. Just get a little bit of glue on each one. While I'm doing this, I'll remind you that we play a little game during my videos to see what might be on my table that doesn't belong there. Here, I'm going to turn this over. And hopefully my glue doesn't dry right away, so I can move it a little bit if I need to. Oh, that one needs to go over. It needs to go over a little bit. There we go. And I could do that because my glue wasn't dry yet, because the multi-purpose liquid glue gives you a little bit of wiggle room. So there we have it. We have our inside. Oh, that is crooked. That is crooked. See if I can move that. I don't like crooked very well. Am I going to be able to move that? I don't know. Maybe just a tad. I don't know. I think it's going to have to be what it is. I think it's just going to have to be slightly crooked because that is dry. And that is down on there good. Now the length is just slightly too much. So I can trim that. But there you have it. The inside and the outside of this quick. This actually was a very quick, easy to put together card. And yeah. So put your guesses on what you think didn't belong on my table. And let's see, let me bring the sketch back in so you can see the sketch challenge. So I think I did a pretty good interpretation of the sketch. So I hope you liked it. And keep making your guesses as to what didn't belong. And I will talk to you next week. Bye!